Good morning. We're down in Simpsonville, South Carolina at our condo. Hope that the light streaming in the back window doesn't completely obliterate my picture. This morning I have an interesting thing. Not only are we in South Carolina where it's about 10 degrees hotter than it is up on the mountain, but this morning I have blue fingers. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're blue. That's not in a special emphasis on the new Smurf movie, but that's because I had to change an ink cartridge in my printer this morning and wound up with blue ink all over my fingers, as probably many of you have done. But it reminds me of a verse, and you knew that it would, right? From Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Therefore, since we have such a great cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let us also lay aside every encumbrance and sin which so easily entangles us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of faith, who, for the joy set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. So easily entangles us. You know, I was here in the condo now for about 12 hours, 15 hours, and that ink didn't mess me up at all. It was safely in a container underneath my printer with the little protective tape and the little plastic container on it, and it didn't entangle me. It didn't mess me up at all. It didn't get on my clothes. It didn't get on my fingers. There was no place at all where that ink infected me at all. But as soon as I started playing in that box where I keep my ink cartridges, as soon as I took that plastic container off of the ink cartridge, that's when I got entangled with that blue ink. Now think about it for a minute. There are some places, some people, some thought processes, some things that happen in your life that allow you to get entangled with the sin of this world. The scripture tells us to flee temptation. It tells us to stay away from those things that will entangle us in sin. I hope this morning, as you think about this short devotion, you'll remember there's some places you shouldn't go, some thoughts you shouldn't dwell on. There's probably some people that you shouldn't be around. There's some things that will easily entangle you in sin. I hope today that you'll remember my blue fingers, and you'll remember how easy it is to become entangled with sin. So let's just live separated lives. That doesn't mean that we don't go out and share our witness. But when we know there's an area of danger, and I do every time I open an ink cartridge, we need to stay away from those dangerous areas. We need to avoid those places of temptation, those people that might lead us astray. So remember, since we have such a cloud of witnesses, all of those saints that have gone before us, let's lay aside those encumbrances. And let's be careful of those sins that so easily entangle us. Because I think it's going to probably take 2 or 3 showers and hand washings to get this ink off my fingers. It's taken its toll, and so does sin. So have a great day, but watch out for the sin that so easily entangles you.